House family, I hope that y'all are doing well and experiencing the grace of God for you wherever it is that you are this morning. So here is your weekly update video. I got 3 things for you. I'll jump into it. I know last week's video was kind of lengthy. I'm sorry. So I'll dive right into our time. I got my notes right in front of me. So the first thing is that I want to remind you that if you are a teacher, educator, you work for a school district or a charter school, that this Thursday, July 16th, I want to hang out with you over Zoom. And so make sure to mark your calendar for one of 2 times. So either at noon, so from 12 to 1, or in the evening from 6 to 7, whichever one best fits your schedule. I'd love to hang out with you to hear about how you're doing, how you're feeling about the upcoming school year. I know there's a lot of growing tension centered around going back in the fall and what that's going to look like and the kind of pressure and anxiety many of our teachers are experiencing. So again, this Thursday, the 16th, either at 12 o'clock or at 6 p.m., I just want to hang out with you for a little bit, want to hear what's going on. I want to know how we can best serve you, how I can best serve you, and then close our time in prayer. And so we're calling it Pint Night because originally I wanted to take y'all out to Roosevelt's and have this kind of a night where just get to hear about all of it. And so I'm calling it Pint Night. So make sure you bring your own pint and you can fill this up with whatever it is you would like to fill it up with. This is just the one I have in my office. Anyway, with that being said, that's this Thursday, the 16th, either at 12 o'clock or at 6 o'clock. I'll be sure to have a link for you in this email so that you can sign up so that we can give you the Zoom link because we're not making it public just because Zoom gets hacked pretty easily. That's number 1. Number 2 is this Sunday. This past Sunday, we moved back to our online gathering. And so we're going to continue to do that this coming Sunday on the 19th. And so everything gets made live at 10:30. And it's kind of weird because as we went back into the online gathering, there are a couple of things that we forgot because we were hoping to never have to return to the online gathering. And so it feels weird, but we're relearning some things again. It's not foreign. It's just some things we hadn't done. And so you'll notice, for instance, in the sermon, like my mic was out for like the first 5 minutes and then we got that changed. And all that being said, we're going to continue to improve to go back to the kind of consistency and quality that we had for the online gathering. So be sure to check out our Vimeo page or our website to listen to and watch the sermon for this coming Sunday. Again, everything gets made live at 10:30. One final note within the online gathering is that this week is the final sermon in our series, Untangling the Heart. And so I'll be preaching on Psalm 102 if you want to read ahead. I'll be preaching on Psalm 102, specifically on loneliness. And so we're going to be closing this series out before moving to 2 Timothy next week. And then finally, the last announcement, the last thing that I have for you is attached to this email. I have the prayer devotional for you. We've titled it 1 hour. The idea behind this prayer devotional was that we would commit to 1 hour of prayer on Fridays. And so not this week, but next week, I'm going to schedule a time for another Zoom call where you guys can join me as we pray for our church, as we pray for our city, because there's a lot of grieving, there's a lot of mourning happening in our city. I'm sure you heard about the 2 McAllen police officers that lost their lives in the line of duty last week. And so we're going to pray for our church, we're going to pray for our city, and then finally our country. And so that will be happening on Zoom next week. For now, I'm going to hook you up with that prayer devotional, and that's basically what our time is going to look like when we gather on Zoom. So that's everything that I have for you. Next week, I'll be sure to have that giving update that I told you about. But just to recap, this Thursday, Teacher Pint Night. Number 2, online gathering, 10:30. We're closing up Untangling the Heart. I hope it's been encouraging and it's provided you with some clarity. And then number 3, the prayer devotional that I will be attaching to this email, in addition to having a Zoom link for you next week to join me in prayer for our church, our city, and our country. That's all I have for you guys this week. I love y'all. I'm already missing y'all, but I hope you're staying safe. So I will see you on Zoom, hopefully teachers, this week.